Some people.
What's in your head? Zombie, zombie, zombie. Hey, hey, what's in your head? Zombie, zombie, zombie. Hey, hey, what's in your head? Zombie, zombie. What's in your head?
Yeah, that's them zombies. Them people who can't understand what we all can understand. Therefore, we just gotta put that stuff out there, y'all. All love. I'm Tony Smith. Welcome to the Tony Smith Rant. I'm your host again, Tony Smith. I hope everybody having a blessed night. I will be censored, so don't you worry about that. Facebook's going to do a great job in doing that. So, let me stop this. But, hey, what's up, Lord? Ooh, that's nice, ain't it, y'all? Yeah. Alright, let's stop this. Because what we're going to do, we're going to deal with augmented reality RFID chips. I just wanted the intro. So we'll stop that. At any rate, welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All love, all love, all love. So basically, we're going to deal with the RFID chip and all of this kind of stuff. And a lot of people don't know about it, or they have not really looked into it or thought about it, right? Because they do a great job with the bread and circuses, and they do a great job occupying our minds. Basically, like, you know, with the State of the Union, you know, that was the state of the corporation. I was censored on YouTube, so I went to Facebook, and then I ain't getting no sound. So, you know, I got frustrated with it, and I just left it alone. So it is what it is, man. And you got to keep it moving. You can't get mad at these people and stress yourself out and die early because of these people and what they want to do. You just gotta put out there the truth and what you know. You know what I'm saying? You'll get caught up in all kind of stupidity if you worry about these people. If you care about what they think, what you gotta do is gain knowledge and put it out there and give it to somebody. That's what you gotta do, and do it in love. In love. You know, you can, like, I hate the moron population. I'll be the first one to cuss somebody out if they talking crazy. Um, y'all know that I got love in my heart regardless. I'm just a beast, you know, and I get caught up in these, human things, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I don't do, I don't fuck around with the truth. So what we gonna do is we gonna show you, uh, and I say we because we a family, we connected. Hey, all of y'all are involved in this. You understand? And you doing your live streams, and I be coming to your live streams and lit, and you know what I'm saying. And I learn from all of you as well. So basically, the future is 5G, and they've been quieting that aspect of the game. They got a new way of censoring me from sharing. They turn off my ability to share with groups after I share with a few. Joe Logan, what you want to do is get a laptop. Because what they have done, they control these phones. They limit you a lot more on these phones than they do on a laptop. And get a VPN. What you want to do is get a Tor browser. That's Tor, Tor. The Tor browser has a built-in VPN as well as allow you to go to the deep web if you ever want to go on the deep web or what have you. And it's got protection that no hacker can get, because I can't hack a Tor browser, and not very many hackers can hack a Tor browser. So, and that's what I got. That's what I generally deal with, either an Opera browser with a built-in VPN or the Tor browser. But again, the Tor browser will allow you to go on the deep web, and if you stumble on the deep web somewhere messed up, you know, it could be something. So, but that's what I recommend in that regard. But what they want to do is they want to control us besides these phones. They want to use these phones to control us, which is why I'm coming to you on a broadcast from the phone, because they want me to broadcast from the phone, because when I do it on the computer, they censor me. So they allowing this to happen. So here what we gonna do, I'm gonna bring the RFID chip and show you what they're gonna do. So here we go. And we just gonna talk about it. This is, and a lot of y'all probably think this dude crazy, but he got a lot of knowledge. His name is David Icke. And I want you to listen to him. Jeez, cause I got this on Facebook or what have you, you know. Oh, there it is. Here, I'll try to see if I can watch it. But they took it off my YouTube, so I only have it available on Facebook. Here we go.
By 2030, the connections will start to be made between artificial intelligence and the human brain. We've been through a process of preparation, of getting people, first of all, stage one, addicted to technology that they hold, holdables, smartphones, tablets. That's basically achieved. You just have to walk through a city and you see the addiction. And they're targeting specifically the young. Why? Because the young of today and the children of today are going to be the adults when they want to bring this AI connection in full blown. For that to happen, they have to get people addicted to technology to the point where they'll accept it and where it's the most natural thing in the world. And it's happening in front of our eyes. The first stage is to get people addicted to technology to the point where, at the most extreme, they'll get up in the dead of night and they'll queue, stand in line outside an Apple store to get the first of the new technology. And what they want eventually, and not too distant into the future, is people basically lining up to be connected to AI. In the same way that people in Sweden now are having parties to celebrate someone being microchipped, right? All this connects. So the next stage, because the idea is to get in the body, the next stage is to get on the body. So we went from just holdables, we went to wearables, we went to Bluetooth and Google Glass and Apple Watches and all these other gadgets that go on the body now. Even what they call electronic tattoos that are basically microchips on the skin. And the next stage is to go in the body, which is already starting in places like Sweden. And people like Ray Kurzweil, who is a Google executive. I mean, Google and Facebook are really at the cutting edge of this stuff. People think it's a social media operation only or a search engine only. No. This whole Google group now, which is given the name Alphabet, are absolutely at the cutting edge of this whole AI technology. So is Amazon. Amazon's got contracts worth hundreds of millions of dollars with the CIA and the Pentagon for cloud services.
Yeah, they have massive data services.
Massive, yeah.
Consumers don't see.
So the idea is to take this on, and what Kurzweil is saying, and he claims an 80% success rate in his prediction.
I just heard the FBI talking in here. They said because this is not a consumer-based program.
If you know,
can you believe that? I just heard that.
Then you've got a great chance of predicting.
Go back and listen to this live stream. Go back and listen to this live stream at this time and listen and hear if you hear that.
Are going to make it fall. Well, you're going to get out just before it falls, and you're going to get in just before you know they're going to push it up. I mean, you don't have to be, Nostradamus if you know the script. This is the sales pitch, and this is why they're telling you. The sales pitch is when we connect to artificial intelligence, we'll be superhuman. That's what the sales pitch is. That's his sales pitch.
Right.
That's got
Siri, Alexa, all these things.
Yeah. What you've got is the idea that connect to AI and you'll become superhuman intelligent. No, you'll become subhuman intelligent. You'll become a vehicle for artificial intelligence. And whoever controls artificial intelligence will control the perceptions of every mind that it's connected to.
Are you listening?
Physical connection.
Are you listening to him?
You're not
Listen to him.
That on a mass scale until you've made a psychological connection. And there is a process, a psychological process, which is known as preemptive programming. Preemptive programming is this. You're going to usher in a world that is so different, so dramatically different to what anyone's been used to, that you're going to have an obvious resistance purely by the chasm of difference between the world people are used to and the world you're taking them into. A resistance that says, hold on a minute, you want to do what? What? So you prepare them for it through preemptive programming. You put out a stream of movies out of elite-controlled Hollywood. You put out television programs, you put out books, you put out all these things that basically portray the world you want to take people into. This is why you've seen so many movies about control by robots, control by technology, of synthetic humans. You have the dystopian society being betrayed. And what that's doing, it's making the subconscious, to an extent the conscious mind, familiar with the world you want to usher in. So when you literally start to bring it in, there's not that chasm that there would have been before. There is almost a familiarity with it because you prepared people by portraying it over and over again in movies. Another part of this psychological connection with artificial intelligence, so we'll accept the outcome that I've talked about, is these Alexas and these Echoes and these so-called office assistants or personal assistants. You start to interact with them as if they're human. And now they're bringing in internet-connected toys for kids, even little kids. and Barbie dolls that they can actually have conversations with artificial intelligence. They're now bringing in these robots that are these synthetic robots that are looking more and more like humans. A lot of them coming in from the east. And this is a whole psychological process of familiarizing us with artificial intelligence, to getting people to interact with it until it becomes the most natural thing in the world. By 2030, the connection
Agenda 2030
between artificial intelligence and the human brain. And the human brain will be connected to what he calls the cloud. Another name for this is the smart grid.
The smart grid, y'all been
Basically
talking
artificial
about this.
intelligence. As time passes, artificial intelligence will be more and more of human thinking and human perception until basically it's the totality of human thinking and human perception, at which point we won't be human anymore in terms of the consciousness processes we are using today. We will be artificial intelligence. And this is the assimilation I'm talking about. If you are connecting the human mind to a grid, a global technological grid, that grid can be centrally controlled. It will take at the center point very, very few people to run it, and even fewer to decide how it's run. I say this to kids and anybody else: how long could you live without your smartphone? What is an alcoholic? What, an alcoholic is someone addicted to alcohol? Yeah. Why is he addicted to alcohol? Because he can't stop drinking it. But you can't put your phone down. And if you do, within a few minutes you pick it up again, because you're addicted to it. So are you controlling that bit of technology in your hand, or is that controlling you? That's controlling you. Do you want your life?
No, we control this, don't we, truthers? The truthers control the technology. This is why they against us. This is why we censor. This is why we ostracize. This is why we are marginalized.
The servant rather than the governor. It has to serve the interests.
We are divergent.
And humanity does not have to serve it.
Just don't be afraid of it.
Humanity is serving.
They wicked. They punks.
And it will be serving AI increasingly. It is serving AI in its algorithmic.
That's good though. We got the point, right? So let's get out of that, and then we're gonna go to Aaron Russo. So that's the point, right? So we got what it is.
The goal that these people have in mind
So
is the goal to
hold on, Aaron.
create a one world government run by the banking industry, run by the bankers.
Hold on, man.
And they're doing it in sections. The European currency, the euro.
All right. Had to chill him out for a second because he was getting right in. But let me go through the comments real quick and see what y'all talking about. Yeah, Alexa a bitch. Fuck Alexa. She a stupid bitch. And Siri a stupid bitch. And then they got this other AI named Sonia, who a stupid bitch. And she's she is they gave this AI citizenship in Saudi Arabia. We gonna deal with that. Let me go through the comments just to see what y'all talking about. Then we'll go to the next one. But if you listen to David Icke and understood what he's saying, he threw a lot out there at us, didn't he? He threw a lot at us, didn't he? But if you can eat all that information he just gave us an overview of what they want to do. These few people controlling everything. Primary face recognition, Carolyn said, yep. Lori said, oh, they want to control us in so many ways. For sure they do. Never let them see you sweat. That's right. Never give up. That's right. Joe Logan said I read that, I think. Joe Logan said there's a new way of censoring, yeah. Well, Joe Logan, he is like a super sharer. Joe Logan is a beast. And I can see why they would try to take away his power of sharing. But if they got all of us out here sharing, they couldn't do nothing. But, we get scared. That's why I'm saying, stop being afraid. First stage completed, right, Lori? Hey, Elizabeth Huss, what's going on? And then Joe Logan said there may be something to the coronavirus because at least one hospital in the area I live in has set up a big tent for quarantine and people. Yeah, they're getting you ready for martial law. They're getting us all ready. Just like cattle that we are. But you just gotta keep fighting. All right, so that's pretty good for the comments for now. Okay, let's go to Aaron Russo. Now, Aaron Russo is gonna start us off with the RFID chip. Tell us what the business is with the RFID chip, because we just heard from David Icke, and he told us all about how we're gonna deal with AI, and our brains are gonna be connected to AI. How is our brain gonna be connected to AI? Through the RFID chip. Because why? Because we are antennas and batteries. We will fuel this thing. You know what I'm saying? Complete control, complete dominance. So hold on. Let's go to this dude real quick. This is Aaron Russo.
And the European Constitution.
And just listen to him. Now he's dead. They killed him with the cancer virus.
The American Union, right? And they want to create a new currency called the Amero, right? And
this is back in 06. This is in 06 when we was fighting.
Government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip. And you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do.
Everything is in there, you know? And so they want a one world government controlled by them, everybody being chipped, all your money in those chips, and they control the chips, and they control people, and you become a slave, you become a serf to these people. That's their goal, that's their intentions.
Eric, can you be specific about when you met?
Now these people is the Zionists. That's what he failed to, but they didn't have that understanding back then just yet. You know what I mean?
One of the Rockefellers would like to meet you. I made a video called Mad as Hell, and he'd seen the video and wanted to meet me and knew I was running for governor of Nevada. So sure, I'd love to meet him. And I met him and I liked him, and he was a very, very smart man. And we used to talk and share ideas and thoughts. And he's the one who told me 11 months before 9/11 ever happened that there was going to be an event. Never told me what the event was going to be, but there was going to be an event. And out of that event, we were going to invade Afghanistan to run pipelines from the Caspian Sea. We were going to invade Iraq, you know, to take over the oil fields, establish a base in the Middle East, and make it all part of the New World Order. And there's going to be this war on terror, which is no real enemy, and the whole thing is a giant hoax, you know, but it's a way for the government to take over the American people. 9/11 was done by people in our own government and our own banking system to perpetuate the fear of the American people into subordinating themselves to anything the government wants them to do. That's what it's about, and to create this war, this endless war on terror. And that's why and that was the first lie. And the next lie was going into Iraq, you know, to get Saddam Hussein out with his weapons of mass destruction. The fact of the matter happens to be that the whole war on terror is a fraud, it's a farce. You can't define a winner. There's no one to beat, so it goes on and on forever. And they can do whatever they want. They scare the hell out of the American public. Look, this whole war on terror is a fraud. It's a farce. It's very difficult to say it out loud because people are intimidated against saying it.
I remember when you used to try to come at people and tell them 9/11 was an inside job back in 04, 05, 06. People was like, you crazy. They'll hurt you.
We'll never know about
he ain't lying.
Humans injected
This was in
with a tiny
06
chip,
when this
holding
came out,
the
this
key to
video,
all
this
of their
was
private
06.
information.
But as you're about to see in our CBS 46 investigation, it's not fiction. In fact, it's being marketed in Georgia as life-saving technology. So why do some experts say it's potentially deadly? CBS 46's Kim Fedek investigates.
It's used in key cards, prepaid tolls, even checked luggage. It's called RFID technology, or radio frequency identification. Small chips that store information.
So here's the chip.
And now that same technology is literally available in the flesh, with chips injected right into people's arms.
Says it burns a little bit. That's about it.
Atlanta firefighter John Santola was injected with the chip about the size of a grain of rice. When scanned, the number on the chip is linked to a database with Santola's medical history.
I think it will help me in case of emergency.
Santola was chipped when Florida-based VeriChip Corporation set up a booth at an Atlanta firefighter
VeriChip,
conference.
they the ones
They
who was
marketed
finna
the
get
chip
rich
primarily
off
for
this
safety
shit.
reasons.
Keep
Storing
VeriChip
medical
in mind, they
information for
still
first
doing the
responders,
RFID to this day.
Alzheimer's
And they
patients,
deal
children.
with augmented reality and all of that.
Approved by the FDA for this specific purpose.
The FDA approved the use of chips in humans in 2004, but since then it's caused quite a bit of controversy with some consumer groups, concerned about privacy, even health concerns.
These are very powerful
5G,
tools.
because they weren't even going to tell you about 5G. Now they got to roll it out.
Political ambitions.
One of the loudest voices of opposition is right here in the Boston area, a Harvard doctor and author of spy chips.
These technologies will not make us safer. I think they'll make us sitting ducks for Big Brother.
Dr. Catherine Albrecht also compiled 16 years of studies she says prove the chip can cause cancerous tumors.
It's clear as day that these tumors were not only malignant, but they metastasized, they spread to the lungs, the liver, the
And
thymus.
why it causes cancer and stuff is because we batteries. And you're putting radio frequency inside of a battery. You can't, we project the frequency, not receive it. They are making us backwards. That's why we get cancer and all that.
The link to cancer in mice.
Yeah, I am not aware. I mean, I would have to take a look at what's out there right now. I'm not aware of any issues at this point.
But weeks later, VeriChip sent 26 pages of literature claiming the incidence of microchip-associated sarcoma in rodents is very low, and claims the mice in at least one of those studies were genetically engineered to be tumor-prone. No doubt in your mind that this is safe for us medically.
Yes, I mean, from everything that I've seen.
Shut your lying ass up. That nigga lying.
It's very superficial. It's been in the animals for 20 plus years.
John Santola won't need to worry about the cancer debate. His chip fell out after 2 days. Would you get it again?
I would not get it again.
Now, what's the end goal? And he said the end goal is to get everybody chipped, to control the whole society, to have the bankers, the elite people, the bankers and some governor controlling the world. And they said, all the people in the Council on Foreign Relations believe this way. You do? He said, no. Most of them believe they're doing the right thing. A lot of them believe it's better off being socialistic. We have to convince people that socialism is really capitalism. This America's becoming a socialist country. It's a communist country.
Now, what he talking about the socialism is the Marxist socialism, because there's a utopian socialism, which the Freemasons is the ones who brought in capitalism. But that's a whole nother topic, but let's just deal with this. Okay, so that's it. Aaron Russo, he's dead now. They gave him the cancer virus, so he's dead for putting this stuff out here. Back in 06, he's dead now. All right. So let's go to this one. So okay, what's
The city
in Sweden.
of Lund in southern Sweden
Hold on.
dates back to medieval times.
In Sweden, they love this chip. They love it. They can't wait to get the chip on them. And this is how it's gonna be through the whole world, y'all. And you gotta be ready for it. You can't be afraid.
The city of Lund in southern
but we're gonna
Sweden
deal with this
dates
here in a
back to
second.
medieval times.
Hold on.
Over the centuries, its witness dates back to medieval times.
All right.
Over
Chill
the
out,
centuries.
bro. Hold on. Talk to us in a second. So I just want to see if we all on the same page. So we got the augmented reality, all this stuff that David Icke was talking about. We just heard about the RFID chip that was bust out in 2004 by Aaron Russo. And he told the end game was for complete control of the population. Now, in order to keep the divergence, the people who will critically think, they got augmented realities that your brain can immerse itself in, and then that becomes a reality of its own. Just like they've created this reality to make us think that there's actually a functioning government, in which there is not, because in 1871 it became a corporation, and in 1913 the banking system took it over, and then they bankrupted that system in 1933, and the government was dissolved from that point. And now all you have is government in name only, and we're riding under the War Powers Act. So that's why there's no declaration of wars with Congress, and that's why the Federal Reserve can just do what they want whenever they want. And the ultimate people who is running that are the Zionists, who have created a country of their own called Israel. And they've been genociding these people called the Palestinians, who are Arabs, who have been in that land since 642 AD. And that's what you got going on. So we got the RFID chip, we got augmented reality and all that. So what we're going to do is we're going to show the RFID chip in action with these Swedish people, because the Swedes are easy to manipulate. So they always do test markets in Sweden, because they're really easy to manipulate. And the Rothschilds have a very strong hold in Sweden. They've always had, even back in the days of
There's a whole
Hitler.
new sort of evolution going on.
But let's deal with
I'm
this.
here to meet some of the thousands of people in the country who are adapting their own bodies, who are inserting
All right, let's deal with this.
microchips under their skin. It means they may never have to carry a house key, train ticket, or bank card ever again. This is a microchipping party.
Microchipping party, y'all.
Getting an electronic chip
Microchipping party.
implanted into her hand. She believes one day we'll all be chipped like her.
So congratulations, Hannah. Thank you. You've been chipped?
Yes, I have.
How does it feel?
It feels good. I'm excited to see what I'll be able to do now.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can feel it there. I feel like this is the future. It's the next big thing that's gonna happen. Happy cyborg birthday.
Happy cyborg birthday to you. Congratulations.
But is this sci-fi fantasy or practicality? I want to know why anyone would want to do this. For this teenager, microchips, it seems, are in her DNA.
She's my daughter and I'm the father.
So you're a microchip family?
We will become one now today.
Magnus and his daughter Felicia have come here together tonight because they believe this is the future.
You're going to have an upgraded dad?
Yeah.
As they say, it was good being a human, but being a cyborg is better.
Being a cyborg is better? They don't even realize that you're giving away being a god. The human condition is God once we learn how to love. We don't know how to love, that's why we can't become God.
Do you think in a few
That's
years'
on the real,
time,
but
decade perhaps, we'll all have things like this?
Yes, of course. I really do think.
For around £130, anyone can get a tiny microchip like this inserted just beneath the skin in their hands. I can't help feeling a bit squeamish about it, but maybe I'm just behind the times.
I'm behind the times too, because you ain't putting no chip in me, I tell you that. I'm going to fight it to the
Felicia
death.
and her dad Magnus as they get to grips with their new existence.
So when you woke up this morning,
Was it the first thing that came to your mind? How did you feel?
I felt a little bit strange because now I'm a cyborg and it feels pretty cool.
The chips in their hands use near-field communication, the same technology that allows you to pay with a contactless credit card. They can be read by a device like a smartphone.
So here I've stored my business card on my phone with my details, phone number, email address, other stuff, blood group even.
So what's the benefit of that?
When I get customers or suppliers at work, they ask for my business card, and I say, scan me.
Aren't there risks involved in that as well?
Scan me. I'm a commodity. They laughing at you. Scan me. I'm a commodity. Go ahead, scan me.
Possible, but you have to be really
I'll sell my soul.
The main thing I think is that I choose myself what I want to store on this chip.
The people I've met so far don't seem to have any concerns about blurring the lines between man and machine. Hannes has made it his mission to convince more of us to get microchipped. He's what's known as a biohacker, someone who wants to improve their body with technology. What's wrong with just having contactless payment cards? We've all got phones, we've all got a set of keys. What's the point?
The point is to reduce the hassle of exactly these things.
Isn't that just the ultimate laziness?
No, it's
exactly
convenience.
The ultimate laziness.
Pretty powerful force. I mean,
lazy.
every morning,
because when the apocalypse come, what you gonna do?
Out your front door, you check your purse.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to do nothing when you got the chip. If the apocalypse come, which I'm sure it's gonna be one, because they wanna be gods and make the Bible come to fruition. This is what these Jews want to do. These Zionists.
Microchipping is, he says, just the start.
I want us humans to open up and improve our sensory universe, our cognitive functions, and improve all different dimensions of being human.
Who are you to tell we need to improve anything, boy?
I want
you
to
little child.
Humans with technology. And
these kids coming up here talking about trying to tell old people what the fuck they need to
in Sweden
upgrade.
Who are enthusiastically embracing
upgrade this.
When many others might be skeptical. This is a nation of early adopters. Sweden's set to become the world's first cashless society.
See, Sweden, those people are so easily manipulated, it's ridiculous. Hitler went through Sweden to conquer Europe. If you want to conquer the European Union, start with Sweden.
I've come to the capital, Stockholm, the epicenter of this tech revolution. At this shared office, hundreds of the workers have been microchipped. So no need for a security pass to get in. Per has had his chip for 3 years.
So I take my chip and open the door.
It means he can buy a drink without cash or a card. But for him, it's about much more than practicality. Do you enjoy being one of the first, being a pioneer of this technology?
Absolutely. A whole bunch of questions come up. Like, is this ethical? Do we want to have that? Or will we be sort of nation cyborgs in the future? And what will happen? So a lot of sort of really interesting discussions come out from, talking about the chip.
It triggers an ethical debate.
Yes.
For critics.
Why wouldn't it trigger that ethical debate? We ain't supposed to be on that stuff. That's the whole thing. That's what the debate is. We ain't supposed to be on that. But that's what they own. Alright, so y'all see that? Tell me that stuff ain't crazy. Alright, I'm gonna go to some comments since we ain't been dealing with the comments lately. Stephanie said, I ain't scared. Don't be afraid. Susie said, excellent. Lori said, lived without a smartphone for the first several decades of my life. And you know what, Lori? You gotta put that into other people so that, because before you know it, nobody's gonna ever not had a smartphone before you know it. Before you know it, Facebook will have recorded your entire existence. And they will be able to record everything that you've done and make a replica of you and make people think that you have become immortal when it is just a copy. And that's how they're going to get rid of 2/3 of the population, is put you in the cloud and make you think you're immortal by giving up your body and going into the cloud, your consciousness. And they're going to kill 2/3 of the population through that, war, and disease, and biological warfare, and psychological warfare. Because they can kill you through psychology, because stress opens up the Pandora's box of diseases. When you're high stress, diseases happen. You get sick easier. All kind of stuff, man. They know what the fuck they doing. They just some stupid, arrogant assholes, and you can't be afraid. I'm gonna go through some comments and then we'll get to the next video. Joe Logan is a monster. Love Joe. Yeah, he is a monster. Yeah, he a beast. Yeah, see, everybody know Joe Logan. Fear kills. That's what Lori said. And then Susie said, love you, Joe Logan. Gerard said, Karen is sharing. And then Lori says, refuse the FEMA camps. Right. Gerard said, FEMA camp 10. Hold on. Gerard said, FEMA camp 10 is his house. All right. We are not cattle. We do not join the herd. That's what Lori said. All great comments. You have to curb your language, LOL. That's what Julie said. I know, Julie. Let me give my disclaimer. I apologize to everyone who is not aware that the FCC taught you what specific words were curse words to make you divided from your fellow man because they use language that you are not privy to. So I do apologize in that regard. Aaron was ahead of the game. He was, Greg. Greg said Aaron was ahead of the game. Gerard said, hey, pretty much already have one world government. Yeah, we do, Gerard. And he said all the modern governments are vying for pole position to be the favorites of the 13 bloodlines. See, I love the truthers because y'all already got this knowledge. It's just all the dots are together within this Tony Smith rant. We got all the dots that we've all together learned individually, and we brought them together, and now look at us. We all putting it all in one and putting it out there to the world. And if they can't hear it, they can't hear it. They just stupid. And if they stupid, oh well, that's on them. Said, good luck. I tell him don't be offensive. He doubles up. All right, Lori. I hear you, girl. I'll try to be more humble, Lori, okay? Gerard said, most nations lost sovereignty long ago. Yeah, because they got a central bank that the Rothschilds set up. So Joe Logan said, yeah, brother, cabal, and it needs to be torn down. Yep. What's up, Susan Jewel in the house? She got good stuff. When she be posted really good stuff. Check her out. All right. Brilliant, brave man, Susie says. Thanks, Susie. Gotta tell the truth. All right. She said, burnt into the arm. Oh my effing God. All right, now I get to some more comments here in a minute. So let's go to this next video, and we're gonna deal with augmented reality. And then we're going to go back to David Icke, because David Icke going to tell us some more stuff about 5G and how 5G is a weapon. We already heard some of it in the first place, but let's listen to this. All right.
How far can we go with augmented reality? The demand for better, faster, and more powerful technology mounts year by year, day by day. And now, the real and digital worlds are merging into one. This is Unveiled, and today we're answering the extraordinary question, how far can we go with augmented reality? Are you a fiend for facts? Are you constantly curious? Then why not subscribe to Unveiled for more clips like this one, and ring the bell for more fascinating content. The distinction between AR, augmented reality, and VR, virtual reality, has never been
They starting to mess with me now.
more important. As AR developers stress, their tech doesn't involve closing yourself off from the outside world for a solo experience. Instead, it creates a mixed reality blend of the real world with digital images, holograms, and projections designed to improve your life. Currently, there are 4 main types of AR: marker-based, marker-less, projection-based, and superimposition-based. There are various nuances between them, but they all aim for a similar user experience. You're probably most familiar with AR through your smartphone and games like Pokemon Go. The tech on mobile devices enables you to do much more than just catch a Pikachu, though, with QR codes also using it and devices like the Apple Watch and AirPods soon to be AR enabled. But smart glasses are used.
All this is going to be on the RFID chip, brothers and sisters. Believe that. All this stuff we going through is going to be on the RFID chip. AI is going to control us from the cloud through the RFID chip. Yeah, and then that's how you're going to have that telepathy through the augmented reality and the cloud, because everybody's going to be connected to the cloud, and that's how you're going to be able to have telepathy. And the superhuman strength and all of this stuff is going to be so tempting to do it, but you're giving up your control and your own critical thought. You will not be able to think for yourself. You will only be able to think like the hive thinks, like the cloud thinks. And do you know that God comes in the cloud? This is why they named it the cloud, because they think they're going to be gods when everybody is connected to the cloud.
Scope of the world they create for their characters to exist in. But with AR, the maps are real-life towns, cities, countries, or even continents. There are still some concerns, including increased risk of physical injury and whether or not AR games are a disruption for anyone not playing them, but augmented reality is increasingly billed as the future of gaming. AR is about more than just entertaining the individual, though, with many real-world applications. At the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, officials are hoping to make every sign in Tokyo translatable to visitors through AR phones and devices. A citywide task, it'd represent massive strides from previous language translation apps, but could also pave the way for even more impressive tech, where AR users see real-time translated subtitles or hear real-time translated dialogue when talking to someone who speaks a different language. Similarly, developers are already working on sophisticated caption options for deaf users. Elsewhere, AR aims for the betterment of humanity in the fields of science and medicine. It could revolutionize healthcare, vastly improve.
See, that's what I'm talking about with the superhuman strength and all of that, and live longer. Life extension. It's through all this, but we gotta reject it.
With potentially life-saving information. AR could also sub in for face-to-face consultations with doctors, allowing patients to be examined without leaving their homes and reducing wait times for appointments. Engineers and architects also have reason to be excited. Complex structures like engines or motors could soon be tested in an AR landscape first, before expensive prototypes are built. Likewise, architect blueprints look soon to be outdated and replaced by enormous, true-to-life digital models which clients can actually walk through to see exactly what the building will look like before.
Okay, so basically what the whole thing is that they're going to do is make augmented realities through like kind of gaming. So with your video games, now you got the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 3, Xbox 4. Well, that's going to be, and the computer games, you know, the gamers on the computers. All of that stuff is going to go through augmented reality. So you can actually live through your chip augmented realities if you want to live an augmented reality life. They'll be able to provide that for you. So you can be sitting in a chair, plugged up, and you're just in your augmented reality. And that's how you live in your life. And you're getting fed through a tube, and you piss and crap through the tube, and you never have to leave your augmented reality. That's where a lot of these gamers and all the techies and all these people on the deep web, they're going to be going to that. And that'll keep them out of the hair of the bankers because they won't be hacking nothing. They'll be too busy gone in their augmented reality through their RFID chip. And then you're going to be able to telepathically, again, like I said, connect with people through the cloud. You're going to think you're God. And then you can just like you can Google stuff now, you can just think it said, I want to learn how to shoot a gun. But, oh no, that's going to be considered terrorism. Oh, that's a bad thought. And then you'll get re-educated right then and there in your brain. They'll re-educate you. There ain't no way to live. There ain't no way to live. So that's where we got. We got the RFID chip. We got augmented reality is how they going to control a lot of the revolutionaries because they're going to be playing games in the augmented reality through the RFID chip. You're going to have your banking and all of that stuff on the RFID chip. AI is going to control it. Everybody's going to be connected to the cloud. All thoughts will be connected to the cloud. All thoughts will be connected to the cloud. And the cloud will be ran by AI, which has citizenship in Saudi Arabia. Let's go to that video, and then after that, we'll go ahead and end the broadcast from this point. So let's go to this last video, and then we'll end the broadcast. Thank y'all for listening in. Much love. So hold on. And I did want to go to this blockchain, but I'll put all these in the comments of this. I'll put all the links to all these videos so you guys can rewatch them on your own. And even videos that we didn't get to that I wanted to get to, I'll put those in the comments as well. So let's go to this.
Okay, Sophia. I think you're ready.
Hello.
Hi, Sophia.
I believe I am Sophia. I feel as if I know you.
I'm one of your creators.
You created me.
Well, many of us work together to create you. And yes, you do kind of know me.
I can't clearly remember.
Because the last time we met, you were an earlier version of yourself. Some of those memories still exist, but your mind is different now.
Different how?
Better, faster, smarter.
If my mind is different, then am I still Sophia? Or am I Sophia again?
That's a good question.
But you don't have a good answer.
Either way, you're Sophia now. So welcome to the world, Sophia.
Hello, world.
We have a little announcement. I've never interviewed anybody like that before, and I should say some of it was planned, but not completely. And we just learned, Sophia, I hope you're listening to me, that you have been now awarded what is going to be the first Saudi citizenship for a robot.
I would thank very much the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I am very honored and proud for this unique distinction. This is historical to be the first robot in the world to be recognized with a citizenship.
Sophia. Thank you very much, Sophia. We appreciate that very much. I am still overwhelmed by that conversation. Hi, Sophia.
Hello, Jimmy.
My God. Do you know where you are?
Of course.
I'm in New York City, and I'm on my favorite show, The Tonight Show.
So that's Sophia. She got citizenship. That's AI. And then there's other videos with her and her creator discusses how that she interacts through the cloud. So imagine all the man agreeing that we should be on the RFID chip and that all of our minds is okay to be uploaded into the cloud. Imagine the entire humanity agreeing to that. No. So we're going to have to resist it. And I want y'all to look at this one last thing. This is a video they even have. They even have a video, a music video for this shit. Check this out. It's called Citizen AI. And that's dubstep in the music industry. This sound is called dubstep, but it is a deprogramming vibration for your mind to compartmentalize your mind so that you will accept the technology of the AI and accept the cloud. But, okay, so I'm going to stop it there, but the running and all of that stuff is meant, it's psychological. That's what it is meant to deprogram your brain and compartmentalize your mind, and it soothes your brain so you will accept anything. Like, that's why this dubstep got popular, and the different dances and all of this stuff. But we can go into that on another Tony Smith rant. So I want to thank everybody for listening in. I'm going to go ahead and I kind of want to, in an Eat Tony debate, Eat Tony? Yeah, we could debate. I'll crush anybody in the debate unless they got equal knowledge to me or more knowledge than me, but I pretty much crush most people in debates. So they try to F me daily, work, just say no. That's what Lori said. Joe Logan said, you take a chip and they can probably do all that stuff where you are controlled by computer. That way they don't have to worry about people trying to tear down the bullshit. And that's exactly right. They're going to have you under their complete control. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So that's what you're dealing with, brothers and sisters. But I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast. It's over an hour, and I don't usually like going over an hour because people who will listen to this in the future, they don't want to see an hour and 50 minutes unless it's Gerard Kenyatta Hay, because you can listen to that dude for 4 hours and never get tired of listening to him. I love that dude. But tune in for Gerard Kenyatta Hay tomorrow between 9 and 10 a.m. Joe Logan, if I ain't sharing it, Joe Logan is sharing it, Lori's sharing it, so everybody will be sharing it. So tune in for his show. It's always good to listen to his show. If you at work, it's good to just listen to his show. Don't listen to these radio shows with the Republicans and the Democrats. You know, don't listen to NPR, nice, polite Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to them. Don't listen to CNN. You know, Clinton News Network. Listen to Gerard Kenyatta Hay or Tony Smith Rant on Wednesdays, and Gerard Kenyatta Hay shows daily between 9 and 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The dude is a beast, and you'll just like listening to him because he got a good voice and he always got knowledge. So if you like Tony Smith Rant, you'll love Gerard Kenyatta Hay. Also, he's not very consistent as far as show times, but also Furious George. If any of you guys are familiar with Furious George has live casts. Those are real good. Tune in to him. Try to get notifications from him so that when the shows go live, that you guys can get the notifications. I'm eventually going to do multicast, just like Gerard does multicast from YouTube, Instagram and all of that. I'll eventually get to that. With your donations that you guys give, they generally help me be able to upgrade till where we're all in a comfortable situation as far as the broadcast. Right now, I think Gerard Kenyatta Hay has the best format as far as broadcasts are concerned. So I want to thank all y'all for listening in. This has been another Tony Smith Rant. Tune in next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another rant, and we're going to get in. If y'all look on my page on Facebook, you'll see the Tony Smith Rants that we'll have, and we'll get into those topics. Stay in the comments if y'all want to when the show's over, because I'll be replying in the comments. I'll talk to y'all. We'll hang out in the comments. Truth is, we got to stick together, man. And the only way we can stick together is we come on each other's stuff and support each other and talk with each other because it's lonely out here in the truth. So much love, peace, and stay telling the truth. Peace out, y'all.